how to appreciate the association of devotees in the greater Vaishnava community. So, yeah, that's in a nutshell. But that's my perspective, the general perspective. So, it's not easy because, as you know, ISKCON is, relatively speaking, in certain respects, a large organization. In other respects, it's also very small. But you have people with, a whole spectrum of perspectives and convictions, and there are, one has to say, very, very dedicated devotees who are, they're Vaishnavas, and they're very restrained, they're very resistant to broadening their perspective. So things can't go by force. And I think that's a lesson, well, I'm trying to learn myself, and I think others in the Vaishnava communities are trying to learn. One thing I have experience of is that when the time is ripe for something, when Krishna wants something to happen, it happens. And it happens very quickly. And everything kind of falls into place in wonderful ways. You have this experience also. So I think one of our duties is to keep alert to the right time and the right place and the right circumstances for the right kind of gatherings to happen in which the aim that we're all pursuing can manifest. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much. It's very sweet to hear this statement from Krishna Kshetra Prabhu. And I had a personal conversation just around the Purnima time with Bir Krishna Goswami, who's also a member of this committee. And he was also looking forward towards this increased communication and everything. So step by step, we hope there will be further installments of such good relationships. I can only, on behalf of the other members and also of the need of the world situation in many occasions, extend through Krishna Kshetra Prabhu the invitation that we would really like to see more prominent decision makers to interchange with us, so that on major tasks in the near future more progress can be done. Last but not least, there are important missions of Lord Chaitanya, of this beautiful tree, which truly speaking is in its beauty. It is there because there are so many branches and so many leaves and so many fruits growing all over. I just made yesterday night a check. Just want to share that with you. I googled a bit on Vaishnavism, and nowadays if you ask the Google who's in and who is out, you get a few interesting things. As a matter of fact, that has become a fashion in the world for mind making. So I googled on Gaudiya Vaishnavism. I said, how many people are interested in Gaudiya Vaishnava? In particular, I found 42,000 hits, means pages where it's mentioned. Then I went on the word to Vaishnava. Well, what about Vaishnava in itself? That brought me to exactly 10 times as much, 462,000 people interested in Vaishnavism as it is. Then
people or websites?
Websites, yeah. That's reported websites. Yeah. Or where it's being mentioned in one website maybe a few times, no? So then I said, let me try Bhaktivinoda Thakur. How much hits we get? And I got 52,400 hits. Then I went to Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati and I got 45,000 hits. And then I went to Srila Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada, I got 10,000 hits. And then I went to Sri Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada to distinguish between the two, and I got 1,000 hits. Then I went to Personal God, and it was interesting. God is not a person, got 200,000 hits. And God is a person, got 660,000 hits. So we are still there, in there, pushing on the message which is relevant to the world, as you can notice. And then I also went to see what about the Gaudiya Vaisnava Guru versus Advaitavada Guru. And we only had 137 hits on the Gaudiya Vaishnava Guru and 560 hits on the Advaitavada Guru. Means a lot of work to be done, isn't it? Just like little insights. I mean, you have to take it with a grain of salt, but something it tells, no? So then I googled Krishna. That was pretty good. 16,400 pages. No, excuse me, 16,400,000 pages mention Krishna in one way or another. Well, so that was pretty good. And then I tried Lord Jagannath, and I got 533,000 hits. People inquiring about Lord Jagannath. Then I tried the Dhams, Vrindavan, 784,000 hits, Mayapur, 436,000 hits. So then I tried Mayapur ISKCON, I got 800 hits, and then I did ISKCON just by itself, which got 777,000 hits. So then it's pretty difficult sometimes because you know the combination of words, it's just like, but then I tried what about the Guru Varga, and then I said, I did Pragyan Keshava Maharaj, our Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti founder, 303 hits. I did Dai Tamalama Maharaj, I got 865 hits. I did Bhakti Vilas Tirtha Maharaj, got 323 hits. I did Bhakti Vidai Bon Maharaj, 43 hits. Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Maharaj, 388 hits. Bhakti Srila Bhakti Rakshita Maharaj, I got 2,220 hits. And on Srila Bhakti Vaibhav Puri Maharaj, I got 3,520 hits. So you see, that shows who's active in the internet, no? Who's pushing there and they're getting something done. So anyhow, this was just a little thing I wanted to share with you, that because in one way or another it reflects on how many people are interested in the subject. Unless the people are not interested in the topics of Vaishnavism, we couldn't really say that we are too successful, because we're supposed to bring the interest towards Lord Chaitanya and his mission. So that was just another little thing we wanted to present to you today. We are producing this year's magazine. This year's magazine is probably going to be ready for Kartik. This is a special magazine. It's going to be like the WVA CD-ROM. By the way, this is another presentation which you can find on the WVA CD-ROM, the history of the World Vaishnava Association. I can just let that run in the background for those who haven't seen it, but I will otherwise ignore it because we have a time limit. So this magazine will be a presentation where each mission has the chance to present their major features in the form of banners. You know, in the internet, if you want to advertise something very short, you put a banner, and then those who are interested in it, they click on the banner and they go there, publications, this and that department. So this time, we want it to be banners for the different services, basic services which the different missions offer. So kind of the next issue coming out, it'll be kind of a spiritual advertisement of how in this world the Vaishnavas offer their services to society.